Fellas, MadeInChina here, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing two products, and I got the play mat out specifically for this. We're going to be opening the Miraidon EX Deluxe Battle Deck and the Koriadon EX Deluxe Battle Deck. Both of these have a theme, and I'm going to tell you which one I think is better. If you like this kind of content, please do like, share, and subscribe, as it really does support me. And if your parents tell you that subscribing donates money to me, it really doesn't, because I have a job. Well, let's get into it. We're going to be unboxing the Koriadon EX Battle Deck first, as I prefer this one. Let's get into the unboxing and I'll show you what it comes with. I'm going to be opening this in one frame. If you like this kind of videos, do actually subscribe. Actually, it's free and I really appreciate it. Right, let's get this out of the box. Damage counters and rule guide, you can throw that away. Along with the paper playmate, you can get rid of that too, because those aren't required. Now let's get into the actual cards themselves. Okay, so in the Koriadon EX Battle Deck, you get two copies of Koriadon EX. An okay attacker. Honestly, this is probably my favorite card out of the entire deck. It's not competitively viable at all, but it's a good card to use with this Deluxe Battle Deck. You get one copy of Sandy Shock's EX, which will accelerate energies onto your bench and your active from the discard. You get 4 copies of Koriadon EX, a very good card. This card is just really good with Primordial Beatdown, 30 for each Ancient, and since the deck is entirely Ancient, you can rack up some big damage with that. You get 4 copies of just regular Sandy Shocks. This card is okay, it's seeing some competitive play, but I would recommend running it at 2 if you're going to run anything else. Next up we have the dud, the 3 Great Tusk. Great Tusk, on its own, is literally not very good. It requires 3 energy, and it's not worth it to power up. Use it as cannon fodder if you're going to do anything with it. Next up, you get 2 copies of Explorer's Guidance. Explorer's Guidance is your way of throwing energies into the discard, so that you can use your skills to put them back on a Pokemon. This card is actually really good. I think it should be more copies of this instead of some of the other stuff they put in this deck. You also get 3 copies of Professor Sada's Vitality. I feel like there should be a 4th one of these, just because of how vital this card is to Ancient strategies. Essentially, you can choose 2 Ancients, put a basic energy from your discard onto both, and if you touch an energy, you can draw 3. It's good. Next up, we have Earthen Vessel. You can discard a card to add 2 energy cards from your deck to your hand. Very useful tool. This card is good in many decks, but in this deck specifically, it soars. 3 copies of Switch. Vital for getting rid of high-cost Pokemon that you don't want in the active, if you put Great Tusk out as cannon fodder. 2 copies of Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball's alright. It's actually one of the best cards in the game right now. Discard 2 cards to add a Pokemon from your deck to your hand, and you can shuffle your deck. It's a good way to search out Radiants, EXs, stuff like that. 3 copies of Professor's Research. This card is also very vital in a lot of different decks. Professor's Research, discard your hand, draw 7. Very useful tool for a good comeback option. 4 copies of Nest Ball. Now, the reason why we're having Nest Ball and not something else is because Futures of Techno Radar. We have nothing like Techno Radar, so this is the best that Ancient can do. It's not a bad option, though. Next up, we have 3 copies of Youngster. I do not agree with Youngster being in this deck. Youngster is not a good card. I feel like Iona would be way better for the strategy of this deck. And Iona's just a better card than this, honestly. But it'll do since this is a beginner product. 1 copy of Cook. I don't know why this is in here, to be honest. You want your Koriadon to take damage so it can do more damage to your opponent. I don't know why this is in here, to be honest with you. 1 copy of Super Rod. This card is just brilliant. Super Rod is used in almost every single deck to throw a card from to throw 3 Pokemon, basic energy cards from this card back into your deck. It's a great recovery tool, and it's run in almost everything. Now we've got 4 copies of Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. Very useful against decks that run with poison and stuff like that. It counts as my main deck, but that's fine, because if I'm the one playing it, I have no complaints. But yeah, this card is really good. It prevents status conditions and cures status conditions. 1 Boss's Orders, which is kind of, well, a low thing. And another controversial card in this deck is Rhyme. The thing is with Rhyme is that it's Boss's Orders, but you draw 3. I think it's pretty good, and I think it's kind of better than Boss's Orders because of the draw power, but people say this card's bad, so I'm not one to judge. You also get the energy cards, which, well, I think it's enough energy to run with this deck. And overall, I think this deck is, like, not too bad, actually. Being a Deluxe Battle Deck product, it works surprisingly well. Now let's move on to Miraidon. Here's the Miraidon EX Deluxe Battle Deck. Let's get it open, and we're going to be seeing if this deck can match the Koriadon deck in terms of viability, competitive power, and just like the staples in it. Okay. Oh wow. Oh wait. Oh wow. Okay, so the deck is here. We're gonna put that to the side because I'm gonna open that in a minute. These you can just get rid of. These are trash. Just buy an ETB. The promos, which aren't actually promos, they're cards that are supposed to be in the deck, so don't sell these separate. And the coin. Nice Miraidon coin. I actually really like that coin. I'm going to use that. That's a very, very good coin. Alright, now moving on to Miraidon. First of all, you get 2 copies of Miraidon EX. Miraidon EX is an okay card at best. There are better cards you could use though, like Iron Hands or something. I recommend replacing that if you can use it. Iron Valiant is an amazing card to put in here. I don't know why they didn't put more of this. I'm better than Miraidon. 4 copies of Miraidon. This card is used, I think, in future. It does allow you to attach energy from discard, which is what they do. 3 Iron Hands. Not this Iron Hands. Iron Hands EX is the one you want to go for, but this one's not too bad. It's a paralysis option, and it does a ton of damage to any Pokemon in the active with damage on it. 2 Iron Valiant. This card's okay, but it's not the best. And 2 Iron Jugulus. If this Pokemon's in the active and it's damaged by an attack, you can put 3 damage counters on the opponent's Pokemon. You're going to be keeping this out as cannon fodder. You're not attacking with this thing. This thing, 110 is not worth it. Yikes. Now let's go over the cards that I think deserve to be in this deck. 3 copies of Techno Radar. This card is actually brilliant. Search 2 future Pokemon and put them into your hand. Amazing. 4 Future Booster Energy Capsule. Does the same thing as the, oh wait, no it doesn't. Oh. Future Pokemon it's attached to has no retreat cost and does 21 damage. Okay, that's fine. I do think Status Condition is a little better though. 2 Cypher Maniacs Code-Breaking, so you should have for any card you like and stack them. You don't really have the draw power to draw into those cards until like your turns, but like that's an okay card, I suppose. 2 copies of Professor Turo's Scenario. This allows you to just like bring back a Pokemon, not on bench, but like just back into your hand and discard all the other cards attached. Unfortunately, you have to lose those cards, but it's a good card actually. Very nice. 2 Nestball. I don't know why this is in here, why they couldn't give us 1 more Techno Radar, but that's actually not too bad. 2 Boss's Orders. Very, very nice. I like to see more of that. 2 Energy Retrieval. This card can be useful for the strategy of this deck. Super Rod. Charlotte the 3 combination. You know what this does. If running every single deck. Keeping that around. That's amazing. Rika's okay, I guess. It's fine. It's just like not the best. 4 Professor's Research. Amazing card. I have no comments. 4 Switch. Actually also amazing. 4 Youngster. Now get rid of these. These suck. Just put Iono instead. It's better. And then we have the energy cards from this deck. Now, which do I think is better? Miraidon or Koriadon? Now, in my opinion, I've not played with any of these yet, so I can't be the judge. But look, just judging from like staples and like how the deck would play, I believe Koriadon might be the best of the 2. So that's my deduction. Koriadon may be better for like everything, but give Miraidon a go if you want. You can build these off into any single path that you want. That's all for today's video, very short one. I will be uploading gameplay with these 2 decks.
Yeah, we never did.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.